guys talking a little Super Bowl over here.
Yeah.
Haven't seen. Hey, Cindy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, doing just fine, living the dream. How about the Grammys last night?
I thought it was a great show.
So we are back with a special edition of our big board with Larry Hackett. Our good friend Cindy Levy is here as well, and she's here at the table. Jesse is there still in LA. Couldn't get a flight out, right? No, you just caught up in the excitement of what was going on last night. It seemed to be that it was some political moments, and there was one in particular when we had Busta Rhymes, what he said. Let's take a look and then get your reaction, Jesse.
I just want to thank President Agent Orange for perpetuating all of the evil that you've been perpetuating throughout the United States. I want to thank President Agent Orange for your unsuccessful attempt at the Muslim ban. When we come together, we the people, we the people, we the people.
Hey, Jesse, you were there. What was the reaction to that?
Well, it definitely got a reaction, Robin. You can hear the crowd. There were screams and applause from the audience. It almost at times seemed to energize the crowd. And maybe not so much of a big surprise. We know the Grammy's certainly known for at times being controversial, but there are also some other subtle nods towards politics during the night. Presenting the first award of the evening, J-Lo quoted the author Toni Morrison. Alicia Keys also tweeted the word equality. And of course, there was Katy Perry while performing her single Chained to the Rhythm. She wore that armband with the word persist. She ended the performance with a projected image of the Constitution up, with her final words being no hate. So I think people are going to remember the 59th Grammys for obviously the incredible performances, but also maybe the subtle and not so subtle references to the current political climate.
And Cindy, some people expected this to be the most politically charged Grammys ever.
Absolutely.
Do you think it lived up to the hype?
I think it did. And I mean, listen, we're in the middle of an award season where we're seeing this at every show. We just came off of the Golden Globes with Meryl Streep's fiery speech. But let the record show there was also a pro-Trump dress on the red carpet. Singer Joy Villa wearing a dress that said "Make America Great Again." All that having been said, I think probably the most lasting political moment, political in a different way, was Adele dedicating her award to Beyonce, acknowledging that in this year where themes of racial justice and equality really were center stage, that Lemonade, that's explored all of those issues, may have deserved a win, saying what a lot of people on social media were also saying. I think that was really powerful. And I noticed a tweet afterward that said, listen, Lemonade is a movement, you can't stop a movement.
Well, it was wonderful how she called out Beyonce, and you could tell it really meant a lot to Beyonce that she said what she did. Chance the Rapper making a little history himself.
For a guy who doesn't sell CDs in
Exactly. So what does that say?
I think it's a recognition by the industry that there's a new way to consume music, and I think it's a recognition that young people are going to be doing this in a different kind of way. You know, usually we have someone like Adele who really saved the music industry by selling all of those CDs, and someone like Chance is almost completely the opposite. But it's recognition that things change, and that the industry has to keep up with that, and you know, recognize that people consume things in a different kind of way.
Oh, he was just so happy. I mean,
unbelievable.
You know, he thought maybe one, but then to get to three like he did, what he said.
And his hit song, No Problem. So this morning, Chance the Rapper has no problem taking his Grammys. But there were a lot of powerful moments last night. One of the biggest moments being Adele in the middle of her song, tribute to George Michael. She stops, restarts, and it was still a moving performance, Jesse, at the end of the day. But she prepared herself for a moment like this.
Yeah, you're right, Michael. You remember last year at the Grammys, while performing her single, All I Ask, Adele actually experienced audio issues when the piano mics actually fell into the piano. And Adele had tried to power through, but she admitted later to being upset. She later would go on The Ellen Show and explain to Ellen what she would do the next time that she actually experienced the mishap.
And she did.
Yeah.
She just felt that it was.
It's a live show. I think that's what's great about it, right? People tune into live shows, award shows, and sporting events, right? They kind of want to see things like this. It makes it real, and I think she was fantastic.
But the reaction from everybody was like, keep it real.
So positive. And you know, she said, I'm doing this for George Michael. You know, I'm such a fan. I want to do it right for him. And I think that just made it so much more emotional.
And I agree.
All right. Thank you all. Jesse, come on home.